Time. Come here. Listen to this, right? You ready?
Oh, no, Jamie, no, that's terrible.
What's wrong with that?
No
terrible.
good, that's dreadful.
You don't understand. You just don't appreciate good violin music.
No, that's just
Phyllis,
awful,
I'll tell you someone who
Stop,
does.
stop.
I'll tell you someone who does. Vanessa.
That noise.
Vanessa Mae, welcome to the studio.
Vanessa Mae.
Vanessa, listen to this. What do you think of this? Are you ready? She'll realise.
Jamie, I think you need a bit of work over the
Jamie,
Christmas holidays.
you need lessons. That's what you need, Jamie.
Christmas
lessons.
holidays, New Year's resolution, practice.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Mitch,
Yeah.
you tell us what's still to come on the show,
Okay.
and I'll get some lessons from Vanessa, and then come back to me afterwards.
Let's go
All
for
right
it.
then, well you've got 30 seconds, let's see. It's 5 minutes past 10 on Saturday morning. Hello then. Coming up later, Zoe serves up.
Look at this, I've been rehearsing with Vanessa.
Yeah.
Okay, it's this one here.
You are at a disadvantage because you don't have a shoulder rest, but
I know, that's what I was
That
struggling
does
with
affect
earlier.
the quality,
Okay,
doesn't
right,
it?
Mitch,
Yeah.
listen to this.
Okay.
Ready, everyone?
Straight back.
3. And again.
Try and do it in sync.
Fantastic, Jamie.
fantastic.
Oh, give us that one more time.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Vanessa, you're fantastic. Thanks so much. We'll see you a
good
bit
to
later
chat.
on.
Okay.
But now it's time to go and find Zoe, who's drifting around on cloud 9 over there somewhere.
Indeed.
Janet Jackson taking her panther for a walk, like you do, and her new single Together Again. And from a woman in a dress now to men in trousers.
Hello. With a big orchestra in London at the age of 10. It's Vanessa Mae.
Who's that funny bloke there? Do we employ him? Yeah, Jamie's right. International violinist Vanessa Mae had toured the world and made several classical recordings before she even reached her teens. Her first chart hit came in 1994, and she's famous really for her wide range of musical styles.
Vanessa Mae in the studio. We've had so many calls, Vanessa. We're going to go straight to the phones.
Okay.
And we'll find out who is on line one.
Is it on already?
It is on already. Hello, line one.
It's Laura Joyce from Swansea.
Hiya, Laura. What's your question?
I want to know, have you ever failed any violin exams, and if so, which one was it?
Did I play any violin
If you
exams?
failed
Yeah.
any violin exams?
No, I didn't. I think the first one I took was when I was 5, and there's a really cute story because apparently once I said to my nanny at the time, I said, you know, my piano teacher just told me if I play as well as I did today, I'll get a really, really good detention. And I got distinction and detention mixed up. But it was a distinction until I started doing concerts and I stopped doing lessons and exams, really.
Brilliant. Are you taking any violin exams, Laura?
Yeah, I just done my grade 2 last week.
How'd you get on?
Excellent.
I don't know if I passed yet, though. I think it went pretty
Did you
well.
feel good about it, though?
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, good luck for
Good
that.
luck.
Thanks for your call.
Can I have the
Thank
next
you.
one?
Ross, what's your question?
Do you feel that you've fulfilled your career, or do you think there's more that you can achieve?
Oh, there's definitely more, absolutely. I think that a lot of kids out here, they know that I started off as a classical violinist, but then I wanted to do something else. You know, I grew up as a child and a teenager in the 90s, like everybody here, so I wanted to do more and more. So I think now, at 19, in the future, I'll always be wanting to do more. It's like an adventure. It's not like 2 + 2 = 4 in a maths exam. With music, you can go on endlessly until I'm 60, I bet.
Good question. Back to the phones. Who's on line 2?
Hi, it's Jackie from Rochdale.
Hi, Jackie from Rochdale.
My question is, how did you first sound when you played the violin?
How did I what? Sorry, Jackie, I couldn't quite hear you.
How did you first sound when you started playing
How
the
did you
violin?
first sound? What was your violin playing like earlier
Pretty
on?
much like a cat being strangled. I think like everybody out there, you shouldn't be put off playing the violin just because it's a little bit difficult at first. But the violin's a very physical instrument. Just the shape of it, for a young child at 5 or 6, it's almost like holding a pet or a doll. And I had an immediate bond with it. But I started with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, like all my friends, really.
Maybe that's what I should have started on, because my playing isn't
Yeah, you were a
quite
bit
up to scratch
ambitious
yet.
at the start of the show.
Right.
But we'll teach you some over Christmas.
Thanks, Vanessa. Thanks for your call. Back to the studio. Lawrence, what's your question?
I play an instrument as well. What tips would you give me on becoming as talented as you are?
What do you play?
Clarinet.
Clarinet. Well, I think, you know, are there times when you don't really feel like practicing? I think that you have to create little goals and ambitions for yourself. So the first little exam or the first lesson with a teacher that you like is really, really important. And there are times when you don't really feel like practice, but you have to see light at the end of the tunnel, and you want to feel good about yourself when you're on stage later or maybe in a lesson. So I was never forced to practice, but I always felt I had a little responsibility. But don't let anybody force you into it. Just let them remind you gently.
Good
So I always
advice.
forgot to
Good
practice.
advice. Back to the phones. Who's on line 3?
Hello, my name's Asa and I'm from Edinburgh. And my question is, how often do you practice every day?
Every day, that really depends. This summer I took a 3-week holiday, and for 3 weeks I didn't bring my violin at all. And at the age of 8, I couldn't have dreamed of that. But when I was 8, pretty much 3 or 4 hours a day I put into playing the violin. But now things are so busy that there are times when I don't play at all for a day, and then the next day I'll have to put aside an hour or 2. But it's important to keep yourself informed because it's a physical instrument, just like playing tennis or skiing or swimming. You have to keep informed.
We have to keep fit to play the violin.
You have to be, I'm very physical and active when I actually play on stage. So you have to eat well and rest well and just be in a good mood. Use your imagination.
OK, thanks very much for your call, Asa. Now, Vanessa, I've noticed that you've got something beside you which looks like a violin.
It looks like a violin, and it is a violin.
Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, this here I've got is my electric violin.
Oh, OK.
And I use that a lot on the new album Storm. But the electric is great because when you're playing to 50 or 60,000 people in a rock festival, you need that sheer size of sound. So I really use it a lot on the I Feel Love single. There's a really groovy kind of extreme funky violin part which I use on this one. So
Can you give us a quick
a
little demo?
one, sure. It's just such a versatile instrument, the violin, from pop to classical, which I normally play on my other violin. But here's a tune that you might recognise, I don't know.
Go on then.
Anybody recognise that?
Is it Aqua?
Yeah,
Yes,
Barbie
very
Girl,
good.
Barbie Girl.
Very good. Anything
But,
else you can do for us?
Yeah.
The bird?
And then, what else? There's something that I play. This is the B-side of the current I Feel Love single, which
Okay.
is Storm. So that's kind of more fast and furious.
Brilliant.
So,
Okay, so
different
that's the
things.
B-side.
Yeah,
Of I Feel Love,
which
and-
is a vocals single.
Oh, well, we can take a look at that now,
Yeah,
because
sure.
here is Vanessa Mae with her new single, I Feel Love.
Vanessa Mae, new single, I Feel Love. You can see her later in Hit Miss or Maybe, but now something's a-cooking in the live and kicking kitchen.
Yeah, I enjoyed that dancing. Thank you very much, Ainsley. Yes, here is my favourite chef after Dealey Smith, of course, Ainsley Harris.
Oh, thank you!
I remember 3 days before shooting, I was in the Hyde Park Hotel, you remember, quietly freaking out with a temperature of 103, thinking, here we go again, are we going to get through it?
And the question every girl wants to know, how did Pierce rate as a Bond?
He's perfect. I cannot imagine anybody else as Bond right now.
He's everything that James Bond should be. You know, he's dashing, he's debonair, he's intelligent, he's dangerous, and he's fiendishly handsome.
It's very novel.
For once, Bond is matched, word for word, kick for kick, punch for punch, and by a woman.
I think she's spectacular in this film. I want the best for Michelle Yeoh. I love what she does. I think she is quite unique.
Now tell us about Bond's car in this movie.
Well, I can't tell you much because you've got to see the film, and I don't want to destroy you or anything, but it does everything. Grow up, 007. I hate gadgets. They always go wrong.
Hi, Molly and Tom. Hi, darlings. Sorry.
Are you a regular viewer then?
Oh, of course. We are devotees of Alive and Kicking in my household. Absolutely. And I thank God for it every weekend.
So, Sheryl Crow, what was it like getting the opportunity to write a Bond theme tune?
It was fun. It was a big departure from what I usually do. And to do something really fantastically over the top with the string section was fun.
So Pierce is wonderful, but do you have a favourite Bond from the past?
Was always Sean Connery, definitely. You can't beat him.
And Brian, what's it like going out with a Bond girl?
Pretty good, pretty decent, good value.
Let the mayhem begin. I think I've always had a secret hankering that there was a little villain in me somewhere.
Fighting injustice, crushing intolerance, battling inhumanity.
How much do you know about Elliot Carver, 007?
Worldwide media ban. Able to topple governments with a single broadcast.
It's good to be James Bond's boss. That's very good.
And when you're playing her, when you go home, do you take the character home as well?
Certainly not. No, I'd be divorced if I did that.
He's as Ian Fleming said. He's what every man would like to be, but knows he can't be.
I certainly got a golden eye full of all the stars tonight. And I have to admit, after meeting Pierce Brosnan, I'm definitely feeling shaken and stirred.
So as you'd expect, Tomorrow Never Dies has all the usual Bond.
Lovely fruit desserty thing, and I love him. It's top telly chef Ainsley Harriott. And finally, she's been off hiding in Italy for a while, but now she's back. It's original Spice Girl, EastEnders Michelle Collins, Cindy. And holding the whole thing together, here's everyone's favourite Christmas ball. It's Zoe Ball.
Thank you. Snowy Ball.
Snowy Ball.
That's
Snowy
around
Ball.
at Christmas time. Welcome, yes, once again to Hit, Miss or Maybe, where a lot of popsters and popstresses await their fate, which lies in the hands of this lovely popster lot here. But first, we must test their pop knowledge. Do they know what they're talking about? Probably not on this show. And yes, it's time to see who will win the Video Anorak Award, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ainsley, for getting enthusiastic about this. Vanessa, can I just say, very nice outfit you've got on there.
Yeah, you like it. It's actually my skiing outfit. I'm getting ready for the snow this year, but
Really?
I'm actually about to go on a motorbike to the airport.
Yeah, give us a jingle of you jangling it. Very nice. Rock and roll going on a motorbike. Anyway, singers and song titles, please. Take your pads here. I'm going to show you a selection of clips and the theme this week, Soapy Ladies. Thank you, Mitch.
All ladies who've appeared in soaps, we need the artist, please, and if you can, the song.
Oh, that was it. That was it. Pens down, everybody. There were five.
Five.
Give them in.
Well, I
no
missed- I
cheating.
missed
Come on.
out. That's,
oh, Ainsley.
that's Tiffany.
He's cheating. Excuse me.
Oh,
Call him.
right, then I don't.
Yeah, no, I know.
I've already done four as
Oh,
well.
don't worry. It's a competition. It'll get worse on this show. Vanessa, in it comes.
Vanessa.
Right, well, I'll give you the answers later. Okay. But now it's time to get on with your job. What you're here to do is judge these videos. And Mitch, Meister, Flash, Master of Ceremonies.
Snowy
Who's
Boy.
first this week?
Okay, here's the first one from Mitch Meister. Now, the writing's on the wall here, literally, for the little Icelandic squeaky thing, Björk. Here's her new song, Bachelorette. Now, this video tells the story of Björk, the novelist, with her autobiographical book, if I could say it, My Story. Nice 60s black and white feel to this video. If you paid for a colour license, don't worry, it goes to colour later.
little Miss Balmy, but brilliant. Vanessa, are you a fan of Björk?
I am. Generally, I like Björk a lot. I think she's very experimental, and I like that in people. But the video is really great. I've seen the whole thing just before the show, and it's really good because it's got a metaphor. If you watch the whole thing, it's about this girl who lost her publishing contract or something like that, and has success and then doesn't have success. So it's a good metaphor for, you know, short-lived success. But it's a bit like, there's a book called The Bear Went Over the Mountain about a bear who found a book in the woods written by another guy, and it's just so funny when he enters city life and showbiz life, how he deals with it. So it's a really good video.
There we go.
I don't know if you got that.
A lesson to be learned from this video. Ainsley, do you like the little minx?
Yes, I do. I think you never know what's going to happen. Any time she brings out a video, even when she's singing, when she's performing on stage, you think, hey, I've got to pay attention here. So I think she's got that magnetism, and that's why she survived so long. I think she's great on screen. I like her presence. I like her energy, and I think she's sexy too.
Oh, calm yourself. It's only early. Michelle.
I have to agree with everything they said. She's brilliant, I think. She's a loony toony, but she's great. A true eccentric. And Venus is a Voice, one of my favourite records, actually, of all time. But I'm not sure, the video is great. I'm not sure about the song. I don't know if it's really up to her sort of normal. I don't know how commercial it is, really.
Right.
But Björk fans will buy it anyway. But
And did you like her outfit?
Oh, fab. Those shoes are brilliant. I love her outfits.
Yeah.
Where does she get them from?
Cool. Chinese cheongsam. Like a bit like a cheongsam. It's really in.
The mixture too,
Yeah.
because that was quite kind of like a little 60s clip, wasn't it, or something like that? A bit like Marilyn and President Kennedy or
Fashion
something.
here, a bit of fashion. Well, it's time to vote. Is Bachelorette going to be a hit or miss or a maybe for Miss Björk? And take your hands, celebrities, and we shall start with Vanessa. Hit, miss, or maybe?
Maybe.
Vanessa?
Oh, we're all going maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
a hit. And a maybe for Michelle, which means it's a bit of a maybe. So we don't rightly know. Thank you very much. Do you like her, Mitch?
I don't like that one very much. I like Venus as a Boy. I thought that was a brilliant song.
there
That's
we
a good
go.
one, Michelle, but that's a bit not much of a tune. I can't remember it all. I've heard it twice.
Okay. Well, tell us who our second victim is today, then, Mitch.
Well, you like this one. This is quality. This is art. This next one is Maureen.